Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and good night, depending on what time you're watching this next episode from me, Avomance, on the, well, kind of the AlphaCraft server, but not the AlphaCraft server that I know about. It's a brand new one, it would seem. Very, very strange. Is this season 2 officially? Not a clue. But we're in 1.14.2 at the moment, and if you remember the last episode, I woke up in that field just behind us, started to gather a few bits and pieces, and I've been doing that since I left you. I've not actually moved anywhere because we need to turn around and go towards 0, except that sun is going down, and that makes me a little and that's a raiding party over there, so I am definitely not going in that way. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to dig in. I know I've already dug in once, but I'm going to dig in again up here further away from that raiding party, because I do not want to be coming across a pillager anytime soon. That will not do me any good. It will not do my health any good whatsoever. So let's get ourselves in and get ourselves away from all things nasty. Pop that there. Get my door. I'm going to pop the door. Come back here, look. Pop the door there. That at least means that we're relatively safe. I'm going to pop this in here like that. Get a bed down, and then as soon as it's night time I can sleep, which is any time now, and then we can start our journey, because I've got to head to 0 in the hope that everybody else does the same thing. So we are out of our little alcove there. Just going to get, you know me, I do like to get a bit of coal at the beginning of a series, because you never know when you're going to need it. So, and I'm going to start heading in the right direction. Let's get those 3. We're fine. Okay, I've got five levels of experience already. So let me just find out where is -X is in that direction there. So we basically need to head out that way and see whether or not the other alphas had the same idea as me, and hopefully they did, and we'll be able to meet up and work out what on earth is going on. I am going to gather resources en route because I can, and I'd quite like to have some spruce wood because I do like using it anyway. And then I can get maybe some spruce saplings, and if I've got some spruce saplings I can plant up the spruce wood anywhere I want. So let me just get this one as well. Right, so we've got a couple of saplings there. That's a decent start. That looks like a dangerous overhang there. Do I really want to be going this way? What is in this direction? Have we got anything we can actually... No, that is a total overhang. We don't want to do that. We want to go this way. Otherwise, we're gonna die. I've come the worst possible way I could. Right, so I've got to come up and over. Look, there's another sapling there. I might as well... Oh, and I've missed a block. I'll have you, fella. I can pick up some more wood, because, I mean, I've started to fill my inventory up, but I could do with some more wood just in general. So I'll just collect up some more resources en route. So I've managed to fill up my inventory with junk. I've got some more wool, some more raw mutton, and I've got some raw chicken. So from a food perspective, I'm probably all right, but it would be good to get a little bit more leather just to get that little bit extra protection. And obviously the food is good too. Sorry, cow. This isn't what I would normally want to do, but I have no choice. So I've got to lose some flowers in favour of food. I think that's quite reasonable. Let's get that up. So now I've got quite a lot of food now. I've got a feather, which could be quite useful if I ever get some flint. And am I going in the right direction still? Right, so I'm still going in the right direction, which is good. How far have I come? Oh, I've got over 2,000 blocks to go. This is going to take me absolutely. I'm going to get some more wool in case I need to make another bed. There we go. So have I got 3 wool now? Yep. So I'm going to go... Oh, look, there's a flower biome. I'm so distracted all the time, aren't I? That's a little flower biome there, which is nice. Make a little mental note of where that is. -70, 2,200. There you go. So it's basically 2,200 straight along, and you're hitting this nice flower biome, which is good. So I'm just going to carry on. Hang on. Is it going to be easier for me to climb up the mountain, or is it going to be easier for me to go around the mountain? And I know I'm not going to break into song, as much as many of you probably started to yourselves. You're not kidding anybody. Easy accessible iron. Oh, it was too much to ask, right? So let's have another poke around on this side. I can hear something that I don't want to be meeting. Let's just eat some food, get my hearts back up. There is some easily accessible iron. Is that a skelly just there? If I come out this way, I'm just going to bottle it now. I've got no room in my inventory now, so I'm just going to get rid of those flowers, which no doubt I will pick up again. Amazing. I'll get the iron. Okay, major gambles here, peeps. But when you need iron, you need iron. Let's get that there. And that there like that. Got 3 irons so far, so that's enough for a pick, which is great. It's getting dark again, so I might actually use this as a place to have a bit of a kip. And hopefully my face will not be chewed off nastily. Well, I survived the night. Nobody came and nibbled my toes, so that was a good thing. Just looking around to check nothing is going to want to kill me a lot. There's a cow up there, so maybe I could just give that a little bit of a poke for the leather. Sorry, my mate, but I need your skin. I know it's horrible. Come back. Come back. There we go. So I've now got 8 leather, so that's quite good. I might have to make myself a chest plate here. Let's get crafting table down there. 1 chest plate, and I can put that on and say, ooh, you look so fancy in your leather. Now we've got to make a lot of distance. So I need to stop getting distracted a lot, because we've got to get to 0, 0. If we don't get to 0, 0, we're never going to work out whether or not the other alphas have had the same idea. So stop resource gathering and just get yourself ready for a fight in case you have to. But running away is highly desirable. So I'll be back when I've made just a little bit more headway. So for all of you that were shouting at the screen saying, don't head towards negative X, Avo, you Wally, you need to go towards negative Z. Guess what? I'm now heading towards negative Z because I can't believe I did need to go towards negative X, obviously, but then I overshot. So now we're heading towards negative Z. It's because I'm disoriented. That's my story. I'm completely disoriented, and as a result, I was going in not the wrong direction per se, but I was going in a direction that perhaps wasn't optimal. That's the way I'd like to look at it. But now I am going in an optimal direction, and that's what we need. For goodness sake, man. What a Wally. Ouch. I found I'm going a bit quicker because I'm swimming. I forgot about the swimming bit, and I'm a little worried that I'm starting to get a bit lost, but we are going in the right direction. Well, kind of. In that we weren't going in remotely the right direction. So if I turn that on there, you can see I'm going in the wrong direction because X is going upwards. And what we want is for X to go downwards. So I've got to get around this mountain, and I'm not singing again, I told you, just to be able to go in this direction, which is the right direction, not the wrong direction. Well done, sir. So we're nearly there. I'm collecting up all sorts of raw food, and I'm starting to collect up some feathers as well, because you know me, I do love a good bow. And once I've got some string, I'll make myself a bow, or maybe if I'm get lucky with a skelly, or a skelly dies in the night time and I can just pick up his bow. We've come to a massive swamp. I mean, it's like a massive swamp, but it is the right direction, so I've got to keep going in this direction. But there's a huge water mass inside this swamp, but I can't see the edge of the swamp. That's how big the swamp is. So, and there's all sorts of, I'd really like to collect the clay, but I'm running out of space. And you know when you run out of space and you've not got shulker boxes because you've only just started the world and you need to go to the end. That's where I am right now. And it's incredibly frustrating once you've had shulker boxes that you can't have any more shulker boxes for a little while. It's very frustrating indeed, dear viewer. Hopefully this is some land now. And how close am I getting? Right, so not nearly close enough. We've got to keep going. And it's night time again. Right, digging time. Now, I did start to dig out this hole because I thought maybe rather than sleep I could just down mine a little bit and see if I could find a bit more iron. But if you listen, can you hear that squidging squodging sound? That is a slime, and that is too good an opportunity to miss. So I'm going to see if I can find the slime, except there's lots of skellies too. So I'm going to just run away a little bit and hope the skelly comes here. Well, I think it's fair to say that that will teach me to try and be harder than I actually am in real life. I have managed to get myself back to my original spawning point here, look, because frankly, I just died and I've broken every bed that I've ever had. And as a result, I've come straight back here. It's very disappointing. So I need to get myself back to, well, I'm going to make my way to spawn and I'm going to stop messing about this time. And perhaps as a result of this giving me a little bit of extra, I don't know, inventory space, I'll stop being such a wally. There's a raider there. I do not want to be bumping into a villager, a pillager even, when I am as naked as the day I was born. So I'm going to come along here and I'm going to try and get a little bit more wood and get some rudimentary tools and see if I can't perhaps just about survive. Well, I've not survived it yet. Just about survive my trip to 0-0 and I hope that everybody's, you know, not already there in full diamond armor, frankly, which is quite possible. So I've been travelling for a little bit. I'm going to leave this little cave, little man cave here with a sign because maybe one day we'll trip over it. I've dug down purely to try and find myself a bit of iron, but as you can see from my inventory, I have failed miserably. I've got plenty of cobble. I've got some campfires now. I've even found some sweet berries, which I was quite pleased about. I've got food, but I've got literally nothing else. And I thought, I'm not going to start mining now because I need to get myself to spawn. Last time I messed about, I died. What's probably going to happen is I'll mine, I'll come across a shaft, I'll think I'm too hard again, and I'll end up dying again and end up back at spawn again. So I am going to come out here. Oh, there's some... Clearly there was a zombie waiting for me. I'm going to see what direction... Hang on, negative Z is... No, that's positive Z. Negative Z is over that way. And you can see I'm a good chunk of the way there already. But I do need to have a old meander past this area. So it's quite a wooded area. How much wood have I got? Not nearly enough, right? So I'm going to grab a load of wood. I'm going to grab a load of wood here because... wood is one thing that I seem to have not managed to gather that much of. So I'm going to get a bit of a stash of wood. I'm going to keep walking. I don't know what biomes. This is about as far as I've got so far on my journey. I don't know what biomes I've got. Get that wood. Between here and 0-0. And I think I've not seen any oceans yet. So with a bit of luck, it's just land all the way. But I have got... I'm going to just make myself another crafting table. That'll do. But I have got the necessary bits and pieces to be able to make a boat, so I'm not too panicky. I don't want to fill my inventory up with too much. What was that? It's another radium. For goodness sake, how many pillagers? That's got to be the 4th pillager party that I've almost tripped across. I'm now going to run like the wind and try and get myself out of the way because this is mental. Although I might stop and get myself some more spruce because I do quite like it for things like roofs and stuff, and spruce trapdoors are a nice little addition. So this is my way of collecting up some resources for the future for me to be able to take on and build my, I don't know, what would you call it? Build my temporary residence, my permanent residence? I don't even know. Ooh, podzol. Now it's exciting. Well, guess what just happened whilst I was digging? Yes, creeperage. I went down to 1 heart. How is that legal? That's not nice. I wasn't very impressed with them at all. That was unfair to the highest order. Now I've got to recover all of my hearts again in the hope that I don't die again. I hate weather. Weather's bad. Weather wants to kill me, apparently. And creepers want to kill me even more. My face was very slowly sliding down my body. But fortunately, I got away with it. That was proper lucky. You are one lucky Avo, I'll tell you that for nothing. All I heard was this hiss, and I ran literally like the Avo wind that I am. And I got down to 1 heart because I've got zero protection. Oh, I properly got away with it. I do like collecting the mossy cobble though, so that was alright. I've managed to dig myself in again, and we're in sort of this sort of area in the side of the mountain again. I'm doing a lot of side of mountain digging in, and I've got my little bed now that I made from the wool that I've gathered, and I'm going to leave this bed here because that means I am, what, 300, 800. I'm pretty close. If I die again, which is possible, I'll respawn here rather than respawning all the way back at 2,000 odd blocks away, which is a good thing. I'm trying to get myself some stone just so I've got a better variety of blocks. I've got plenty of coal at the moment, so I'm quite happy to do that. I may make myself some glass at the same time, so as I've got a bit more of a variety. But I'm going to sleep here. I'm going to get it so as it stops raining and stops being nighttime, and then I reckon we're good to go the rest of the journey. I found myself in a plains biome, and I'm trying to get myself some flint so as I can make up a few more arrows, because I've done a few, and frankly there's one. There we go. And I would like just a little bit more. I've got some feathers, I've got some sticks. What I've not got is sufficient flint. What am I going to throw away to... Oh, that was easy. That's what I'm going to throw away. Let's get rid of the granite. Oh, goodness me. Right, so let's just lay down some more gravel, and we can just continue. I can't even press the buttons right. And we can continue to gather flint, hopefully. Oh, except now I've got to make another shovel. We can gather flint to get myself a reasonable stock. A reasonable stock, he says, of... Oh, I didn't even collect... I'm having a bad day. A reasonable stock of arrows, so as I can perhaps... If I come across some string, I can perhaps get myself... Kill a few spiders. I can perhaps get myself some... I'm repeating myself a lot. A nice bow and arrow, because I do like me a bow and arrow. Have to confess. Now, last night I dug myself into a hole, and I didn't have any doors left. I couldn't be able to craft any, so I just put a block there and waited, because I've not got a bed. I've only got 2 bits of wool. I need another one. But I know for an absolute fact that there is a creeper out there somewhere, because it's been... Well, let's just say it's been peeking at me through the hole. And as a result, I'm now thinking... I can also hear a skelly out there. I'm now thinking I've got to make an absolute bolt for it. But before I do that, I'm just going to eat some food, get myself ready, and run. Run like the wind. Look, there's the creeper. There he is. He's a monkey. He knew I was going to run, and so he strategically positioned himself in a position that was suitably positioned to be able to eat my face. Right, so I'm now... out. We're all right. So where's negative Z is that way. We're going to go this way. We've got to be nearly there now, aren't we? We're nearly there. Yeah, 500 blocks. 500 blocks to 0, 0. I can smell it. It's so near. Right, come on over the hill. Come on over the hill. Don't get yourself deaded now, pal. That would be a disaster. Oh, sheep. I'm just going to get some more wool, I think. For you. Now, next time it's night time, I can make a bed. I've just dug in for what I hope was the last night I slept in the bed. I'm going to leave the bed there, because if I look at my coordinates, I am only, what, 200 in each direction away from where I want to go. So I want to be heading towards, that's negative X, that's negative Z. I want to be going in that direction. So this is very exciting. I think this is the day that I get to 0, 0. So I'm literally I'm gonna eat something first, otherwise I'm gonna get hungry. So I'm gonna leave those bits there. So if I die, I'm gonna respawn right near 0, 0, and that is what I'm trying to achieve. So let's just come across this mountain. Let's have a little bit around. I may even be able to see it if I get over here. which would be absolutely awesome. I might gather this sugar cane though whilst I'm at it for future purposes. I'll leave the bottom bits there obviously, but this is surely the last mountain I have to climb over, or the last hill. Well, hang on a minute. What is that? I'm coming round. That doesn't look like it's natural. I think I've found life.